Hey guys, Desolator Magic here, and this video is probably going to get me in some hot water with Wizards, although they know what they're doing. They have a long history of filing these things, and they know when they file them, and they know when they're public. But I figured I'd just add a little special message to the Wizards of the Coast staff and lawyers and all them. I'm literally going to a public website, uspto.gov, and reading things from it. That is news. That is reporting facts, factual information. This is educational. This is like news/documentary. You cannot DMCA this video, and if you do, it'll be the dumbest, most expensive mistake you've ever made, and you will end up writing me a check. Don't you dare try to get this video taken down, or I will take you to court and destroy you. I will drag you through all 9 layers of legal hell because I'm in the right and you're not. And if you think I can't kickstart $100,000 to go defeat you in court, oh, I'll have it by tomorrow. I'll have a whole limousine full of lawyers to show up because people, I don't know if you noticed this or not, hate you. So just let it go, change the way that you do your trademarks if you don't want people making videos about this, and FYI, I'm not even the first one to leak this information. So to be 100% perfectly clear to everybody, I am not in any way claiming ownership of these. This is not any kind of original research or nothing. This is all public. Wizards of the Coast are the exclusive owners of every single term and everything I cover in this entire video. I'm just reporting on it. There, are we all on the same page now? Almost a minute and a half legal disclaimer because I know Wizards is going to get their titties in a twist over this. Let's get on with this. Hey guys, Desolator Magic here. Huge news coming from, well, I guess Wizards of the Coast. I wouldn't really call this a leak, maybe a glimpse into the future. Maybe government mandated leak. Maybe that's the proper term because they had to publicly file a trademark or 2 or 3 or 4. And they had to do it before somebody figures out what they're doing. Like, if they accidentally leak the product name and then somebody else files the trademark, which is a thing. It's not like patents where you got prior art. So you, basically, if you're going to release a product like next year, you get the trademark on it immediately. So some very interesting names or titles or products, or we don't really know, just got registered. Oh, by Wizards of the Coast. That's how we know that these are what they are. Now, I'll be the first to admit that in this video, all we have are words. That's it. We have names. Nothing else. Well, that's not true. We do have very minor details, but this could be a product, a character, a digital thing. It could be the name of the next set. I mean, it could be absolutely anything. But that's actually half the fun, because once you hear these, it's like, oh, you start thinking. So let's run with it. So wait a minute, Desolator, you're saying that it's simultaneously exciting, weird, and pointless? And you can open it up to wild, rampant speculation that's baseless and meaningless? Of course I'm making it into a video. So the first one we've got here is Mana Strike, and its good in service description, I guess you would say, is entertainment services, namely providing online computer games and interactive multiplayer online computer games via a global network. Okay, so you know there's the Cryptic MMO that's coming out. I mean, by the company Cryptic, not it is Cryptic, although it is. But I don't know how this works, but I would assume that the people leasing the IP, the people running the company who need to own the trademark and file it. But naturally, I looked up what Cryptic Studios owns, and it's Leviathan, Champions Online, in their own name. And they were just filed too long ago, so I don't think that those are related to what they're working on now. So I really don't know what this is. I mean, if you were to look for like Dominaria or Rivals of Ixalan, they have a different goods and services description. Dominaria, for example, says entertainment services, namely providing online computer games and interactive multiplayer online games via a global network, organizing and conducting live and online card game and trading card game tournaments, and entertainment exhibitions in the field of games and fantasy role-playing games. So that's a little bit wider, and they would want to be as wide as possible with the name of a set. So all I know is either they filed a trademark because they don't intend to use it at all, or something that isn't a set is going to be called Mana Strike. But I mean, we already know what the what do they call it? Like the fall draft set is going to be called. I don't remember what it is, but it's not going to be called Mana Strike. And since this was filed on January 24th, 2018, that would be about when it would be like needed, I guess. So I don't know. I really don't know what this is. What is Mana Strike? I don't know. Would it be a third-party operation? Probably not. Would it be an internal thing that's only online? Probably not, because the only one I know of is Portal that they're working on. That's the smartphone app. So what do you think Mana Strike is? In fact, this comment section is going to just go berserk on this video, I'm sure, with just ridiculous speculation. But that's half the fun. All right, so there was a second filing for Mana Strike. I think one was the trademark, one was the service mark or something like that. I don't know. So this says the description is downloadable electronic games to be used in connection with computers, console gaming devices, and wireless devices. That is it. So whatever this is, it's purely software. So could it be The Gatherer? They're renaming The Gatherer Mana Strike. I don't know. It seems like a very odd thing. Is it going to be a turn-based strategy game that's free to play in a browser? And they brought in a team to do it, I don't know, but like internally. That could be. I mean, Mana Strike sounds like a turn-based like JRPG kind of thing, doesn't it? I mean, to say I'm reading too much into this, that's the point. That's the point of this video, people. I'm sure there's complaints already in the comment section. Wanton speculation, people. That's what this video is. So what we do know for sure is there's going to be, unless this is a red herring on purpose and they register it and they never intend to use it, which, I don't know, might be illegal. I don't know. Basically, between the service mark, which is the first one, the trademark, the second one, it seems to imply that it's going to be a digital-only product and it's going to be a game, and it's going to be downloadable on computers, consoles, and wireless devices, or one of those. I don't know how cookie-cutter, form this is. So the next up, this one's interesting. We've got a trademark registration for Plain Siege. That could be anything. Absolutely anything. Now, could it be the name of a set? I'm going to say probably not once again, because it says downloadable electronic games to be used in connection with computers, console gaming devices, and wireless devices. That's it. That is the extent of the trademark. If I want to open up a restaurant called Plain Siege, I can do it because they didn't say that their trademark applies to a restaurant, basically. I think that's how it works. I have no idea how trademark law works, by the way. Now, I will say, though, that if you look up Dominaria, there are 3 entries, okay? Trademark, and I believe the first one was a service mark. Okay? So service mark is everything, okay? That's the one where it's entertainment services, multiplayer online computer games, global network, live and online events, trading card game tournaments, entertainment exhibitions in the field of games and fantasy role-playing games. So that's service mark, that's the service. That's everything they could possibly use it for. Then the first trademark filing was card games, trading card games, playing cards, and accessories for use therewithin. So clear as day, Dominaria is going to be the name of a product, and it was. It was filed on July 5th, 2017, by the way. And then we've got a second trademark for Dominaria. I didn't know you could register the same one twice, but, well, actually, no, I did know that, because if one's a pet grooming service and one's an airplane manufacturer, you can have the same name, you just can't operate in the same, field or whatever. So the second one is another trademark. It says downloadable electronic games to be used in connection with computers, console, gaming devices, and wireless devices. So that's probably the MTGO filing. So will there be something in MTGO only called Plain Siege or Mana Strike? It could be. I mean, that's almost the most likely instead of it being a brand new product. Now, this one, Plain Siege, you can see was filed January 23rd, 2018. And that, I think, isn't that the same? The same day as Mana Strike. Interesting. So theoretically, either they really like to do them in batches, or they have something to do with each other. It could be the name of a new format, because that, I think, would be worth trademarking. But then, where's Brawl? But then again, Brawl's too vague. They might have been rejected or not filed it in the first place. I mean, they're not the Fine Brothers trying to trademark the word react. By the way, their movies suck too, in case you didn't catch that. Hey, maybe these are movies. Just kidding. It would say under goods and services. So let's take a look at the much more broad service marks. So this is anything to do with what your company might do. So it's any provided service, not specifically physical products or intellectual products. So this one, for Plain Siege, says entertainment services, namely providing online computer games and interactive multiplayer online computer games via a global network. But that's it. Nothing about basically GPs. I mean, you could translate what the Dominaria one meant. If you read all the different things, you're like, oh yeah, that. Oh yeah, that. Oh yeah, Comic-Con. And okay. So what the heck is Plain Siege? I mean, entertainment services, that could be anything. And then online computer games and console, or didn't even say console this time. It just said online. So, boy, that's interesting. I mean, it's going to be some kind of software. Could it be a web page? Could it be a new blog? I mean, it could be as small as that. Could it be a brand new game? It could be anything. It could be absolutely anything. The real mystery is, why the hell is Wizards of the Coast registered in Rhode Island? I thought somebody told me they moved from there or something. I found that just odd. Usually when you move your headquarters, you update it. And I don't think that Rhode Island is some kind of like tax haven or something. Maybe it is. I don't know. Sounds like something Wizards would do. Their principal headquarters, not their practical operational headquarters, is probably like one guy sitting in an office watching Netflix. And he's like, yep, I'm Wizards of the Coast and we're in Rhode Island. So the next one, and this is the most interesting one. Let's just start with the trademark here, because I want to leave the big reveal here. So Spellslinger. Okay, now remember, Spellslinger, I could have sworn that I've heard that before. I'm 99% sure that it's what they call us when they aren't using the term planeswalkers. So they're like, hey, Spellslingers, or get out there and go to F&M, Spellslingers. Like, I could have sworn I've heard that before. I don't know if it was like Mark Rosewater who says it, or just one of their staff members on social media, or some marketing person, but I swear I've heard this before. Well, either way, this trademark says card games, trading card games, playing cards and accessories for use therewithin. So this is the name of a printed product. So some product is going to be called Spellslinger. That's a given. And this was filed March 19th, 2018. So this will probably be the post M19 set, I would think. So I'm sure Wizards is just delighted with me leaking this, but honestly, news media bigger than me have already covered this. And sorry to burst your bubble, but trademarks are public. So if you don't want people to know about it until a certain date, don't file the trademark until that date, and then just make sure nobody mentions it. Because remember, Wizards of the Coast uses code names. So I think the next one is called Spaghetti, like the next set after M19, but it's probably actually called Spellslinger. Slinger. Not Singer, which actually I feel like that was a card. I don't remember. Well, I know there's a book called Spellslinger. So anyways, something is going to be called this, and it's probably not going to be that other one that they already named. That's the draft set to take the place of that other one, Conspiracy. It's a two-headed giant thing, and I don't know. I'm pretty sure they've named it, unless, well, this is what it is. I don't know. March 19th seems a little late, though, for me. So I think this will be like some kind of December set or whenever it comes out. So that's pretty awesome. I like the name. I mean, I don't even know what they're naming, and I like it. So let's look at the service mark, which is more vague on purpose. Like, not even vague, it's more extensive. So it's actually more specific. It's both more specific and more vague. It's just more descriptive. So organizing and conducting live and online card games and trading card game tournaments and entertainment exhibitions in the field of games and fantasy role-playing games. So once again, something is going to be called this, and this was registered March 19th, 2018. So what do you think of the name? I mean, like I said, something is going to be called this. Unfortunately and disappointingly, it's not Return to Ravnica. But, I have a sneaking suspicion, just a feeling, that they wouldn't actually name it that. I don't know. What do you guys think? I was hoping for, like, Ravnica 3, Return to the Jaddy. I mean, Jaddy Offshoot was a damn good card. I'm just saying. Well, I suppose if you were to go with the more modern naming, it would be Ravnica 3 Revenge of the Smith? Just some guy named Smith? Just some planeswalker named John Smith? Maybe Nicol Bolas changed his name? Oh, or like a Smith, like a guy who works like and does armor, like a Smith. I'd buy a set called Ravnica 3 Revenge of the Smith. I would buy that. That would be some funny crap, okay? So that's it for Magic the Gathering, but if I'm gonna just piss off Wizards, I might as well go all the way. They're gonna release a new board game called Vegas Showdown. As it says, board games, semicolon. So, I mean, that's pretty unequivocal there. Equipment sold as a unit for playing board games. So, just in case you weren't clear, parlor games, party games, tabletop games, blah, 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 bunch of other crap. So whatever that is, that sounds cool. Now, why would it be a Wizards of the Coast product instead of a Hasbro product? See, that I don't get. One giant caveat that I think I hinted at in hopefully this version of the recording. I didn't like the first one, so I redid it. By the way, if you want to be at least a moderately successful YouTuber, do that. If you're like, this is crap, I gotta redo it. But anyway, looking through some of these names, I feel like either some of these are related to products that I've never seen or they didn't use them. Now, I'm not seeing a whole lot. Like, they're all in here. Theros is in here. Journey to Nyx is in here. A bunch of D&D stuff. Battle for Zendikar is in this list. The list of all trademarks that Wizards of the Coast owns. That's what I'm looking at right now. Just realized you can't see my screen. Oh, and I don't know if this is just a renewal, but they registered the phrase Gamma World August 29th, 2016. Hopefully they're bringing it back because Gamma World was freaking awesome. I just got done playing it. It's a D&D variant. I think it was based on 4 or the simplified version of 4th edition. And I absolutely love it. It's post-apocalyptic, mutants, completely crazy, but otherwise it's basically D&D. It's freaking awesome, and they better bring it back because they haven't done crap with it since, 2006 or something? But they registered it and didn't do anything with it. So, I mean, what are you going to do? So let's jump over to the most recent 50. All right, so here we are at the last 50. These aren't exactly in order because you can see Dominaria was granted before Hour of Devastation. Seems a bit odd, but if you were to look at it, this was filed later than Hour of Devastation, but I think because of vagueness or something, or commonality or some competing one, it took them longer to post it for opposition or something like that. So these aren't exactly in order, but okay, so we got Kaladesh, Amonkhet, Aether Revolt, and then they're in triplicate and stuff because Service Mark, and you're doing tournaments, you're also doing online, then you're also doing a card game. That's just what it is. Al-Qadim, that was interesting. One called Birthright, Greyhawk. I think those were related to D&D or something like that. I don't know. This one's just an ampersand. I don't think you can do an ampersand. Let's take a look. Yeah, it's just an ampersand. Okay. I guess that's the artwork. So I guess it can be an ampersand. You just have to stylize it, which wouldn't that be a copyright, not a trademark? But then again, it's a logo. So I don't know enough about this crap. All right. So let's see. Warriors of Waterdeep, that's D&D. Magic the Gathering Portal, that's the new smartphone app. Amonkhet, Vegas Showdown, that's the one I already mentioned. Ixalan, Forgotten Realms, obviously it's D&D. Planescape, what is that? Let's see. Blade, no, I'm thinking Plane Chase. What is Planescape? Is that something that I'm just not thinking of it? I'm gonna feel like an idiot if that's the case. So I don't know, something's probably gonna be called Planescape. Betrayal at Baldur's Gate. Well, by the way, this one does say, games and playthings, namely board games, parlor game. Okay, that's not related to, yeah. It just sounds like it should be. Guillotine, that'd be a cool name for a set. Unfortunately, card games, parlor games, party games. Sorry. And then we got Plain Siege, Mana Strike. Interesting. Enter the Battlefield. That's, isn't that the name of their little documentary thing they did? Really surprised. It says entertainment services, namely an ongoing documentary series. See, some of these are really specific. Featuring game tournaments provided through webcast, production of documentary films, blah, blah, blah. So that's cool. Spellslinger, there it is. Nicol Bolas. It's just the name. I mean, I feel like he's an old enough character that they should have trademarked him. But then again, they don't trademark every single name. But then again, back in the day, if somebody wanted to make a whatever called Nicol Bolas, like an entire new card game called Nicol Bolas, and they were like, oh, it's just one card in the set, who cares? They wouldn't really have grounds to sue them, I don't think. I don't know. I don't know. It just seems dumb. D&D and Beyond, or D&D Beyond, I bet that's a thing with D&D. Then we got Ixalan, Rivals of Ixalan. Really? When was this filed? Filing April 20th, 2017. Published for opposition August 22nd, 2017. Wow. That's cutting her close. 25. I bet that's Masters 25. Yeah, it's the logo. I get it. Okay. What else? And Magic the Gathering. What? Okay, wait a minute. Filing date May 7th. This must be a renewal. It must expire and you got to renew it. I don't know. I don't know anything about trademarks. I know about copyrights. So yeah, nothing too interesting in here. I mean, unless some of these are not D&D related and I was wrong, but feel free to take a look. It's uspto.gov. You can just run a search. Why not? Let's see what Greyhawk and Birthright are. I know you guys are going to go want to do that. Yeah, role-playing game scenarios. Yeah, blah, blah, books. Okay. Same thing, downloadable booklets, role-playing. Yeah, that's D&D. So, Some of these you gotta wonder because they're kind of vague, but the what was that other one? Was it Plain Siege or whatever? I think that was the one where it's just like in your face, like that is what it is. It's the card game. Boom. So can't wait to play Plain Siege and watch for more of these in the future because I'm gonna keep my eye on this like you wouldn't believe. And like I said, Wizards, this is public. You can't possibly take this down. I am not claiming any kind of ownership for this. If you don't want it to be public, don't publicly file it. Wait until the last second to do it and just don't leak the name. Real simple. So see you guys next video.